WOXIC, who looks to be this first point of contact, and he might be in for a world of sight that they realise, well, with no one in connector and them only holding the cross, we don't need smokes to get work to do, and Smooya actually making that task seem that much harder now as he takes down Frozen. Carrigan and Chris J all that remain, and they are getting shut down. Ooh, Chris J with a nice double. These smokes, there we go. He's going to get the first, looking to follow up, and WOXIC, he will get the taken now for Mouse Sports. Big, they try and turn their attention elsewhere, but it's not to remain. Now leaves tabseN alone at the A site, trying desperately to deal with Frozen. He gets boxed in as well.
So long on the Ivy. He gets a reload off there with the SMG before, you haven't missed anything. Just XANTARES dying.
Yeah.
tabseN already on the bomb train. Great kill while fully blinded, but Frozen comes through the smoke. He's found one, doubled it up. The Tracer's still in
from this flank. Another man who's on a flank of his own is Carrigan, and with that kill, so all the effort that XANTARES and tabseN have put into this round. Here a B, and Rops is making some noise. That's all it's going to take. See, Penny's dropped there straight down into that B site. It is really the only thing that could maybe make a difference.
Even that will be another round for Big, locking in their second. No,
they make their presence known from Ivy. 15 seconds or just under left on the clock. They've really got to get a move on. tabseN's already fallen. 8 seconds. There's just no time. Surely they're trying to get into the site, but WOXIC doesn't even have to hit the shot. The round was already over. He's done more than that anyway, finding a double.
Do anything right now. Big have time to work this site, and tabseN's found another kill onto WOXIC deep in CT. Carrigan going wide finds a single frag, and they still don't know the Rops is here, but the drop-off might give away the fact there's 2 CTs in the site. Nade certainly does. Bomb plant attempted, but Smooya's got the cover. And
Carrigan's seen him. Carrigan knows. They lose Rops instantly inside of the bomb site. There's players all around Carrigan. Surely he's not going to survive this. And indeed, he does not. I think it speaks volumes for how on board with tabseN's cooling everyone is. Yeah. For him to say at the 15-second mark on the back of this fake A execute that they threw in, but they haven't accounted for one man who still resides inside of the bomb site, and that is WOXIC. He's got this AWP, but he's dancing around the bomb train. They've wrapped all around him though, and that smoking connector blocks off vision. So it's allowed for this wrap, and the kills are still coming in for Big. It's a 2v3 next. 11 points of health. Tizian's gone through. Rops does, but now it has dropped the bomb at the feet of Mouse Sports. They'll mob
aggressive towards Ticon, and he's put tabseN down to 15. That's good damage. He'll convert it onto XANTARES. Tizian gets out through Pop Dog, but there's still players all over this site. Mouse Sports as soon as possible. Smooya's not ready for the aggressive main push, and now it is just tabseN tagged up earlier, looking to get finished off, and he will.
Frozen. These flashes have given him a gateway now. He'll wait, and he'll shut down 2. Oh, he stopped the push. Get out of the A site. Frozen sends them back. Frozen, give him,
and then maybe he doesn't expect a third
in that smoke. And there he goes. He's taking that initial fight. It is actually next to get the better of him. But here's Rops arriving on a flank. And these flanks have been nothing but problems. We might have seen a play back towards that B site from Big. The second they peeled out from main, that's what I was anticipating. Instead, Chris J, that first kill going their way. But they've got to follow up.
Oh, and he's not going to get around the corner. WOXIC's already there with the AWP, and that's going to be 9
players with utility. Frozen
pixels that don't exist, and that's the bomb, Harry. It's just gone flying, tumbling into the air. tabseN's found an opening kill on the CT side, and XANTARES is pushed up to the position that Smooya was in. 2 kills. Rops trying to trade it back out, but surely this one's out of the question. 1 on 3. They're all over the site, and they have the bomb.
Yeah, Rops does have a P250 though, and I was going to say, and yeah, Mal's just going to commit to be Tizian holding close on the ramp. And actually that smoke does leave him blind. He tries to go pushing through it. Keyword there is at least 3v3 as WOXIC has shut down XANTARES on this retake.
Oh, but crossing through this 1v3, unless Frozen can make his job easier, and that's going to be a kill that certainly will. Dropping tabseN from above, and Frozen's found Smooya as well. There's no giving up here for Mouse Sports, even in the ecos. Next is going to have to clutch it, but he can't find the wave into this.
Try and get the Force by Wars going, and that's not a bad start. Some good damage found on the back of the scout, and so actually already you've done decent damage if you're Big. XANTARES actually able to extend it even further. And they're trying to, they are closing the gap. I was going to say they're trying to close the gap. They are getting closer to this site, but it's at quite the cost. And now more is point guard to get in there. And he's just going to get shut down at the first hurdle.
He's been going all the way from B through T-spawn, and now he's in the back line.
To swing out with him. If they find Tabson, there is a very real chance, but Tabson holds his own, shuts down Ivy. This should be the round.
How to deal with. That's just going to delay him. Even if he got that kill, the time would have been so low. WOXIC trying to stick the plant, but shot underneath the train, and that is going to be big, locking in another round. Dealing with
a little worse for wear over towards Ivy, but it looks like the B play is hoping to be the answer for Mouse, but it might not be, right? Tizian and Smooya.
What a play.
Doing such a good job. Instead, it's a lengthy rotation in through main 1v4. He'll walk to his demise.
Rob's playing delayed. Chris, he's got a lot of room to work with, and XANTARES getting caught in the open. Smooya spots him. Gets it.
Yeah, if you're Tabson, you kind of need Tizian to maybe help you out a bit here. You can see he gets caught swinging.
Allows Mousesports to get out into the site, and you can see WOXIC knows. Good timing with the grenade, but little damage. And actually gives him a chance to scope up. Tabson can't see because of the bloomed smoke from that nade, and WOXIC will be able to get a return frag. Another follow-up from Frozen, but traded, and Chris
really
coming
dedicated to this A site, right? They could have peeled off, but the time for that is gone now. Smooya not able to deny the bomb plant through the smoke, and so suddenly all this patience that Big have been exuding actually becomes something turned against them. It's Smooya 1v2 inside of the site. Chris J shutting him down 12-12. Mouse Arrogant actually has to go running through that for a bit of damage. Bomb now dropped inside of the site. Carrigan trying to plug in those numbers, and he is getting the bomb down. It will get planted. Tabson shutting down Chris J. Carrigan from inside of the site really has to do a hell of a lot here. And Tabson, a man who has not missed much yet, trying to step up to the plate from Ivy. Carrigan inside of the site shut down, and it's WOXIC alone. 1v2. The flank from Next comes in. Anticipating being this deep inside of the site, Smooya's just been shut down, and he's kind of scratching his head, because now as Next comes in for this rotation, he's got to take time trying to clear connector.
14 rounds for Mousesports. They at least lock that in, but...
Well, I think... And it really feels like that's how it could end, unless Tizian never lets it begin. He will shut down the first. Oh, he's followed up, but the trade rafters. That was actually Chris J's flash to hit him fully there. Rops. Uh-oh. 2v2 now. Chris J might even get the information that both players are here. He's just hunting the kills down, and Rops cementing it with 3 between Rops. So let's see. Not as much as I was hoping for. Instead, it's Carrigan inside of the bomb, so he's got a lot of work to do, and he'll get like it could have been a great start for Mousesports, but great shots landed. Trades getting found. Now leave this one 2v2. They'll deal with Tizian over in middle, and WOXIC is now...
But now they can just bail again. Big, they know that he's not on the bomb, so this is a done round. WOXIC just on damage control. Sports. Ooh, hello. The jumping knife, I like it. That's a bit of money. Will his pocket money be raised? No. Smoke coming down, or door smoke rather, from mid, so you know his teammate is going to be cut out of the sight. Robs has to do it all right now, and he will get one, delaying them for enough time that WOXIC can rotate out of middle, and he's dropped Smooya coming through, still pivoting around this site. There's a player from the tunnels coming in late, and Tabson, they've got the kits to play with.
Oh, Next making this a 2-on-2 into that little crossfire. Go, Mouse. He goes any wider. He's in for a world of hurt. Damage can Frozen do with this one AK, and can WOXIC buy any time for the rotation? Oh, he's bought more than time. He's made it look very, very doable, in fact. Still sneaking up through CT, completely unknown, at least right now, but Smooya is...
That damage, he's just got to try and get a few kills before that bomb gets planted, but fully flashed and in the face. Tabson goes in for a double.
Odds are he's going to be floating over towards short. He's looking at the crossroads. There's no way he's expecting this, so they just barrel in. They shut up Carrigan. They find the rest of... kind of say we haven't had many fall buys yet. We haven't really had it. They know what you're doing before you even know what you're doing.
Yeah, this is working out well for them. The game plan
the foothills of this A-bomb site. They get up the ramp. They're closing the gap. They've at least converted this back into a 3-on-3. Chris J is going to get spotted out on the elbow. I like that little bait and set, because now they've positioned no clue that he was ever this close. Next gets found.
Pushed as well. Gives him some time to move, and the flash is there, but the kill WOXIC needs to hit a shot, and he does again, but it's only a leg. Only damage off this AWP, and WOXIC, 3 bullets, all connecting. None of them.
The problem is, now they know where he is. He lifted his little head up above the ramp, and so Tizian's going to take it off to allow Smooya to peek the catwalk. And WOXIC looking for that jewel.
Karrigan spotted him, but XANTARES gets away with a frag. Frozen, he's dropped the bomb. He just needs to stay alive, delay this bomb plant, but he's getting wrapped. Smooya with the pistol out, glocking him down. What a huge kill from him. It's just one man left.
You know, big, crazy, elaborate fakes or anything along those lines. Well, not always. It's just every now and again they'll try and go on the back of a big kill like that. This time, though, it could be to their demise. Frozen doubling down over in mid, and Rops hidden in that smoke. One man's got him by him, though, and he's not ready. Big Tabson and XANTARES, the troublesome twosome, mopped up by the IGL. Closing few bits of the round. Maybe just going to look to try and cut off these rotations. All these nades going into B have more than made the presence of Big known, and Mouse Sports will be shutting them down one at a time. Smooya. Ooh, he will get another, but surely this is where it stops. Surely this is where you put Smooya to bed, and indeed it is. Frozen.
Oh, Rops getting caught in mid. Smooya's going to get away.
Mouse Sports are desperate to get as many of these kills while they can before that bomb goes down. Back of it, Frozen, first man in, into this deadly, deadly crossfire that's set up, and he'll be the last man out. 12-3, Big, a monstrous tease.
Flashes to go through, and Tabson wants to try and get some information, take a ranged fight. He'll spot Karrigan up close, accidentally killing Chris J, but he will take it. That bomb has been dropped, and Karrigan, he may be on the site, but he doesn't have the package. Those smokes have now faded. This is going to make things very difficult for Mouse Sports, but not if they get all the kills, and that is exactly what they're doing. Tizian stuck in the spawn.
Oh, Tabson has managed to get up onto the ramp, and Rops is trying to hold this smoke, but they just
flashed. Only bit of util. That was the only chance they had to get a plant, and they managed to do it. They managed to get that bomb down, but what past that? Surely nothing. Chris J, he's stuck in a 1-on-3, he's pinned at the back of the bomb site, and XANTARES is coming through the tunnels into his own smoke. Oh, WOXIC was ready. Smoke is there, and Smooya tries to play ahead of it. XANTARES has to deal with a long split, and that he has. That's so Tabson gets caught out of place as Rops gets him on the corner, and WOXIC following up onto XANTARES. That will never tested that myself, to be fair. And yes,
outside of the doors, Flash goes a little too high, and XANTARES has dodged it as a result. They try and trade him, and that's actually just feeding the beast. They send more into the maws of XANTARES. WOXIC looking to go blow for blow with his... still holding on, still ready and waiting. In with a third. Oh, and the fourth as well. He's looking for the ace. He's not going to get it. Karrigan.
Position either. Fake plant. Oh dear, Karrigan.
Old B hit. Will it prevail? They've been able to get past the first man. Next up on this boost, yet to fire off a shot, and now he makes his presence known. He's even able to get out of danger before WOXIC becomes a problem, and next, he might just get them all. Never mind, Rops on 1 point of health to snatch that dream away. But he will offer himself up to Smooya and promptly be dealt with. Hugo, we are
decimating Mouse Sports and Dust 2. They look to head to Inferno, and a fast play at Banana for the timing. Oh, what a shot. Mid, room to move through this Banana.
They will now get that bomb down, and they've actually 3 on this retake now, and Rops winning his fight over at Banana. For that contact to get made, and there's Frozen swinging wide.
Favoured, but he'll just decide to bail. Mouse Sports spamming the corner. Chris J running up through middle, and that Molotov as well, cutting off Tizian. He can't trade. Oh, he can. The smoke blooming, and Chris J walks a bit too far forward. In the meantime, XANTARES is flanked Banana, and Mouse Sports are none the wiser.
Oh, but Frozen through the edge of that smoke. Oh, and Rops doubling up.
Mouse Sports just completely... XANTARES is ready and waiting.
Ah, but it's Chris J doubling up, and just when you think longer, he has managed to retrieve a Molotov. That goes in. And that will force Chris J out into the open. Now only Frozen left. He knows where both players are, and he's done damage, but Tabson's still able to get the kill. There's no time for the round. It's still Mouse Sports picking it up. 7 to the pit. And now that he's hidden on the other side of this smoke, will get followed up. First point of contact. Frozen lines up 2, but isn't able to find it. Next gets him. It's WOXIC alone, but he's doing the damage, and he's looking for Smooya as well. He's just got to run for the hills. Smooya will survive by this.
So worth the shot, but the T-flashes are good. Frozen's in the pool. XANTARES already getting decapitated. That's a quick shot from Smooya, and Tabson getting caught in the back of the site. The molly landing, he moves to new box successfully. Smooya's gone through the smoke and in with another kill.
Oh, Smooya not quite able to deny the plant, but it's still a 3rd kill. They needed a hero in this round, and Smooya, he might just be in the 1v3. WOXIC was able to get it done earlier, and now it falls onto this man's shoulders, but he's been tagged down low through the cop.
Where do they go from here? Nex is still up on the top as well. He can cut off this bomb. Chris is going to go through mid, and Nex Mousesports with nowhere to go but the A site. They don't want to double back towards B where they have no map control. WOXIC getting picked. And
you know what's going to happen? Oh, I was going to say, the moment Smooya goes to peak. Yeah, Karrigan waiting for this rotation, and he's pretty quick on the rotation if needed. Smooya, first man down, second man follows up, and that is the half, 9-6. Big, right? And they have managed to dink up Rops, even finding some more. That's probably tempted them enough. The flashbang actually sends Chris J packing. Karrigan getting down low here for Mowers, and the kills just not getting found. It's Smooya getting dealt with on that flank that maybe makes this with that kill now coming in. I mean, there's no stretch of the imagination in my mind that this could here. Him creeping for that has led him to find both players. But in that flashbang raining in through CT now lets Big know that there is a moment where there's one man immediately activate on the back of it. They try and go in, but the two players that are here are doing a stellar job of holding it down. Rops from the pit, trying to stand the test of time, and already Chris J getting deleted, frozen. A lot of damage
done so far.
And also, you know, when we were speaking about saving earlier on in that first half, and now they try and carve a path in from a different angle, but there's the wrap from Chris J. But it does feel like Mousesports, they've got to have the edge. Surely, Nex and Tizian in with the response, but they still haven't found Karrigan. They still haven't dealt with him. They finally
going to get a kill. He's got to force both these fights. And XANTARES is going to swing absolutely no out of cash, Harry. They're going to get aggressive, try and force some gunfights. Karrigan's pushed down mid. That's easy running low. He's got to get a reload in. Frozen's found a kill. Banana pushes there. He's got an AK. Big are falling apart.
Because Big, they've still got to take the time to clear it.
Frozen, big round from him, just pushes down Banana, gets 2 kills. That'll do.
I will say this double hold over towards short is a horrible beast to deal with. And Big, they kind of learned that.
Oh, Harry, I can't believe
I know. I can't believe I've called it this early either, but there we go. It's only Frozen here.
This is risky as well. WOXIC, he's going to get a kill on A. That's a frag. WOXIC not ready, and Tabson playing with his food.
It's Frozen and Karrigan. That smoke actually kind of leaves Frozen hidden right now down by the tree. I don't know how he's still alive. How is he still going? Over at the coffins. They've got to win these fights. Or does he try and get them off the bomb in the molly?
He's done it.
He does get them off the bomb. So I'm imagining that's what we see now from Big, and they will open up onto Chris J once again, finding their opener over here at the B site. That Molotov is enough to trade onto Tabson at the very least, and they try smoking through. They try going in on the back of this, on the back of the 1 kill they were able to get, and that 1 kill might be it in this round. They all get shut down. Karrigan and Frozen hold their own.